everyone, my name's Sam and this is my very first YouTube video or video, wherever it's going to go. The reason for this video is because last week I bought a new food dehydrator. I'd had one for about 15 years. It was the standard round stacking one, and then 2 weeks ago it just overheated and died on me. So I've spent that time looking for a new one, and I realised that now you can get these lovely big box shaped ones, which you can do practically anything in. Make meringues, crackers, proof bread, which is brilliant for me because I like to make my own bread 3 or 4 times a week. On researching them, I realised the only way I was going to be able to afford one is if I paid it on 3 interest-free payments, which is why I ended up with this. The Klarstein, right way up. And could I find anything about them online, apart from reviews from people who'd been given one to test and review? Could I find any videos on them, apart from their own 1 or 2 minute showing you around the machine ones? No. But so far, I've had it 4 days and I love it. I absolutely love it. So I thought, why not do my own review? So if anyone's out there looking for one and needs to buy one on payments, and you're in the UK obviously, which is where I am, I'm on the Isle of Wight, if you can't tell by my voice, apparently I'm very Isle of Wight, then this one is a really good one because I could pay for it. It was £150, but I could pay for it in 3 monthly interest-free payments, which is why I went for it, rather than one that I could find reviews on. So it was a gamble, but so far I'm really happy with it. No problems. There is a few things to note. Comes with a little booklet, but it doesn't say a lot. It gives you safety instructions, shows you the machine. This is the temperature and the timer, which are here on the top, which you won't be able to see in my video. So in the picture you can see there's a timer button. You can set the timer from 30 minutes up to 17 and a half hours, and you can set the temperature from 35 centigrade up to 70 centigrade in 5 increments, and you can come back at any time and up it or lower it. The same with the timer, you can up it or lower it any time, and when it finishes it beeps at you to tell you it's finished, and then it turns off. So all really easy to use. It unfortunately, when you buy it, it doesn't come with any recipes or any ideas of how long to do things or what different things to do. So if you are first time using one, then YouTube videos or books is a really good idea. So today, because I'm just doing this as a first video, I'm going to show you the machine. This is a Klarstein Food Jerky 9, it's called. It has a lift up lid. Some of them, the ones I found, they had a hinge lid, but I chose the one with the lift up lid because I thought actually it's easier to clean. I can take this off and just wash it in warm soapy water, and all the outside I just wipe it over with a soapy cloth, just damp soapy cloth. Whereas if you had a hinged one, I think it might be a little bit more difficult to clean. It would for me. Being a disabled lady, anything that's easy for me and doesn't cause me too much effort is brilliant. Inside you've got 9 metal grid trays, and at the bottom, which I've already covered in some parchment paper, just again to make things easier for me, is a plastic drip tray. So if anything does drip through, collects in that tray, which makes it easier then for you to just clean it off. I mean, when you take the trays out anyway, it's not that wouldn't be that difficult to clean it, but I've covered it with parchment paper just for easiest for me, really. I have already used this already. Yesterday I did make up a recipe and made myself some crackers, just made with seeds and Marmite, because I am a love it Marmite girl. So these were made with sunflower seeds, chia seeds, flax, sesame seeds and ground flax and Marmite, and that's that. And I just dehydrated them, and you can't really hear it, but they are quite crispy. And I did eat a few last night with just some soft cheese on. They were really yummy, so I'm really impressed with those. Again, if anyone wants to see me do any more videos, then I'm quite happy to show you how to do those. But that was just my first go using it. Right, I'll stop waffling. I'm going to put it on now to show you what I've already done. I bought these silicone sheets with the holes in. I just bought them from Amazon. They were a set of 5, and I've just cut them. I only had to cut a little bit off to fit, because if you've got small things, which I'm going to be putting in a minute, herbs. I've just picked a load of mint out of my garden and some golden oregano out of my garden, and so I'm going to be using these on there to put the herbs on. And also, along with that, on a couple of the sheets, I've got a piece of baking parchment, because I've also picked a couple of cucumbers out of my garden. I've already chopped up one. Didn't think you really wanted to watch me chopping up a cucumber. So I'm going to dry some cucumber, because when I did my crackers yesterday, I had a little bit of cucumber left over, so I shoved it in, and oh my gosh, it is so yummy. Dehydrated cucumber is just the yummiest thing, because it just makes it so concentrated. It's so lovely. So I've just picked those this morning, along with the mint. So anyway, so first of all, I've washed off this mint, but I haven't taken it off the stalks, because to be honest, it's easier for me when it's dry. I can just grab it and pull it off, rather than messing about now. I mean, I could pull it all off now, but it's anything that's less effort for me is brilliant. Got that tray on the wrong way round. Lots of my mint has now come into flower, so I have picked a few of the flowers. The whole garden is out in flower, because the flowers taste just as minty as the mint does. So I'm basically I won't put too much, because I want the dehydrator, the air. Oh, the fan is at the back of this dehydrator. It's the back, and this is a 700 watt fan. So I'm just going to put these trays in the dehydrator with the mint and the mint flowers. Like I say, this is my first YouTube video. Hope I'm standing in the right place. But having trouble finding any videos on this dehydrator myself, I thought, oh, why not? I was going to video myself doing crafts, because I do a lot of different crafts, because being disabled and in pain quite a lot, it helps sort of take my mind off things to do crafts and baking, anything really. Bake bread quite a lot, prove bread in it. In the summer it's fine, I just put my bread on the windowsill to prove for an hour, or I stick it in my greenhouse. But when it's sort of getting a bit colder, but not cold enough that I've got the heat on, it's a bit difficult to find somewhere the right temperature. But now I know that I can just stand it in here, and the fact that this one's got a door, Klarstein do some that don't have doors, but I feel like this one keeps the heat in, especially if you want to use it for proving bread or for making meringues, which I do intend to do. Some of the golden, dropping it down my cleavage, golden oregano, or oregano, say. So I shall just stick on the tray, and then when I've done this, I shall put it all on, and then say goodbye, and then I will come back in a few hours and then show you what's happened to it. There you go, they just slip in. Each tray, the trays, there are 2 positions for each tray. There's a groove there, and there's another one. So you can move each tray into different positions if you want. So you can have them further apart, yeah, or packed in things. Or of course you don't have to have all the trays in there if you don't want to. But it doesn't make sense to take them out really. You've got to find somewhere to put them for the 6 or 8 hours that you're dehydrating everything. And then on here I just lay some of the cucumber which I chopped up. I won't do it all because, as I say, no one wants to sit and watch a video of someone just doing something like this. What I will do with the cucumber is after a couple of hours I will just turn the cucumber over. Just so that hopefully it dries evenly. So I'll just stick that one in there. You stick them in between the herbs because I've put parchment paper on it. It's sort of made it a solid shelf. So you don't want to block the airflow going through too much. So it was best to sort of space them a bit. I'll chop that one up in a minute and put it in. But for the moment, I'll just show you. The door just again. I've turned it round a bit. The door just fits back over the front like that. And then on the top, there's a button in the middle. I'll show you on here because of course you won't be able to see. There's a button in the middle that turns it on and it automatically comes on with 10 hours. So I shall turn, for the moment, I'm going to turn my timer down to 6 hours. And then I press the temperature button. It automatically comes on at 70 centigrade. So I'm going to turn that down because herbs don't need to be too high. So I'm going to put them on 40 and see how we get on, 40 centigrade. So that's it for now. So I'm going to leave that to dehydrate away and I shall be back later to show you what happens.